What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. I do hope you are doing well. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Just make sure, please, for me, if you wouldn't mind, that you are subscribed, that your notifications are turned on, that you are commenting, that you're liking, that you're hyping the video for me, all of that good stuff. If you are listening to the audio version of this, just make sure that you're liking that and you're following us either on Apple or on Spotify. That would be greatly appreciated. So, couple of bits to go through today. So we'll go into the first one, which is the main thing really, is that Morramovic is flying in today for his medical. Terms and everything are all agreed. Everything is fine, set, good to go. He is on a private jet plane, I would suggest, on his way here now. And everything is set in, good to go. £34 million move. So it's happening. He's here. He's on his way. The medical will happen. Hopefully everything gets passed. I would probably suggest that it's going to get, what's the right word? Announced. God, I couldn't think of the word then. It will be getting announced, I would have said, within the next couple of days at most, as long as everything goes all right with the medical. But that is happening today. Graham Smith, as I said, has confirmed that he is on his way in. Now, the next thing that I wanted to have a little bit of a conversation about, or just touch on, is that yesterday Leeds United put up a little update with regards to the West Stand. The club have now confirmed that the work officially began last month with the demolition of West Stand Banqueting Suite. The building had served the club for years, but it's now made way for the biggest redevelopment Ellen Road has seen in generations. Since then, another significant building has disappeared. The former Leeds United ticket office and the old LUTV studios have now also been demolished over recent weeks. With those buildings removed, contractors can now begin one of the most important engineering phases of the project, the reduced level excavation. Now, that might not sound particularly exciting, but it's absolutely crucial. Essentially, crews are excavating the ground down to the formation level that will become the foundation for the brand new West Stand. It's the point where, for us, the real construction begins. Over the coming months, supporters will begin to see pile foundations works taking place around Ellen Road. These enormous reinforced concrete foundations will support the entire weight of the new West Stand. It's another visible sign that this project is moving exactly as planned. But perhaps the cleverest part of the entire redevelopment is what Leeds are building first. Not the stand itself, but a corridor. One of the biggest concerns supporters had when this redevelopment was announced was simple. Would we lose thousands of seats while construction was taking place? Thankfully, no. Leeds have confirmed they're constructing a brand new access corridor that will allow the existing West Stand to operate at full capacity throughout the entire 2026-2027 season, while the new stand is built over the top of the current structure. That is incredibly clever planning. Rather than shutting sections of the stadium, they're building around it. That means the atmosphere remains. Matchday revenue remains. Home advantage remains. The newly created corridor will safely separate supporters into 3 distinct routes. One entrance for hospitality guests, one for general admission Leeds supporters, and a completely separate route for away fans. That may sound like a small detail, but from a stadium operations perspective, it's absolutely massive. It allows construction to continue while keeping supporter movement safe and efficient on every match day. Leeds have also completed another important part of the project. A brand new hospitality facility is now being constructed behind the North Stand. The building will now be fitted out over the coming weeks before the Premier League season begins. It will temporarily house all of the West Stand hospitality guests while construction continues over the next few years. Again, another example of Leeds planning every stage of this redevelopment carefully. One part of the update that perhaps didn't receive enough attention was the club's handling of the particularly emotional area. With the full support of the families of Christopher Lofthouse and Kevin Spate, the old changing rooms situated in Fullerton Car Park have now been demolished. Those buildings had stood empty ever since the first team moved training operations to Thorpe Arch. Importantly, they also featured the tribute mural dedicated to Christopher and Kevin. Leeds made it clear that this work was only undertaken with the full backing of both families. It's a reminder that while the club is moving forward, it also takes care to respect the history and people that helped shape it. Another piece behind the scenes infrastructure has also disappeared. The large broadcast compound that traditionally occupied Fullerton Car Park, home to television trucks and production crews for every televised match, has now been relocated across the road from the North Stand. It might not seem significant to supporters, but moving the infrastructure frees up even more valuable construction space around the stadium. Every piece of the puzzle is now starting to fall into place. When people talk about Leeds competing with clubs like Aston Villa, Brighton, Newcastle or Tottenham, they often focus purely on transfers. But this is how modern football clubs really grow. Infrastructure, commercial revenue, hospitality, corporate facilities, matchday income. This redevelopment isn't simply about adding more seats. It's about transforming Leeds United into a club capable of competing financially with the established Premier League sides for decades to come. Every demolished building, every foundation being laid, every steel beam eventually goes up is another reminder that the 49ers aren't simply investing in the first team. They're investing in the future of Leeds United itself. After waiting so many years, it's brilliant to finally see those plans becoming a reality. Now, let's move on to discuss the talk of the move of Isaac Schmidt. It's now been made official. Isaac Schmidt has completed a permanent move to Swiss Giants Young Boys, bringing an end to what has been a difficult spell at Ellen Road. Leeds thanked the defender publicly for his contribution following confirmation of the transfer. The reported fee is in the region of £2 million, with Graham Smith reporting the amount effectively covers the player's book value, meaning Leeds avoid recording a loss on the original transfer. Let's be honest, sometimes transfers just don't work. Schmidt arrived with plenty of promise. He had initial experience, versatility, athleticism, good technical ability, but he simply never convinced Farke. Competition was fierce. He struggled for regular opportunities. His loan spell at Werder Bremen also failed to produce a permanent move. Once he returned this summer, the writing was on the wall. From Leeds' perspective, this is sensible business. You're moving on a player who wasn't going to feature. You're reducing the wage bill. You're creating another squad space. You're avoiding an accounting loss. And you're helping the player restart his career. Sometimes everybody wins. Let's not forget, Young Boys are one of Switzerland's biggest clubs. They're regularly in European competition. They compete for league titles. Schmidt returns home with a genuinely big opportunity to rebuild his career. Sometimes players simply fit better elsewhere. Hopefully, that's exactly what has happened. The squad is changing quickly. We've already seen players leave. More departures are expected. That creates space. Space for new signings. Space for Premier League quality depth. And it also tells us something about Farke. He's ruthless. And if you're not part of the plans, the club will move you on. So, there we have it. That's all the information that I've got for you today. The exciting bit, Morramovic is on his way in for his medical. That's a big key thing. Some really interesting structural updates for the West Stand, rather than me just doing the usual drone information. So that's good information to know. And Schmidt moving on, it just never worked for him. It was just one of those things. It just never ever worked. I thought when he was on the pitch, excuse me, he never really let us down. He didn't do anything wrong. But sometimes it just doesn't fit for you at a club. It's just one of those things. That is going to do it for this one today, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, your notifications are turned on, you're liking, you're commenting, all of that good stuff. If you are listening to the audio version, make sure that you're liking that as well. And make sure you're following us on Apple and Spotify. Guys, take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. I will speak to you soon. Take it easy. Thank you for stopping by. Cheers.